Hey there, this is Darth Rabbit 07 coming today with another quick review. A hotly anticipated fall release arrives early. It was July 30th, a couple days before I went down to Carolina Beach on Saturday the 2nd. I got a hold of the support there at BBTS, asked them to send it to Carolina Beach, and it was supposed to be there Saturday. Didn't arrive, fumbled, didn't show up. Along came Amazon and recovered a fumble, and this is waiting on me when I got home from Carolina Beach. 86 Megs is here, and finally now he belongs to me now as well. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Let's turn us around and take a closer look at 86 Megs. To the day, 40 years after the movie released in 86, we finally get a retail version of Megatron. Looking absolutely fantastic. Let's get some light on the subject, and boom, there he is, guys. He just looks freaking fantastic in his box. He's got his cannon there, some of the stuff on the side, the wraparound, and we go back around. We see that he converts in 54 steps to his pistol. Yeah. So that's how they solved that whole conundrum. You know, people can just walk in and buy a pistol, but you know, people that want to have some authenticity, you got some authenticity now with gun safety in mind. That's the biggest laughable joke of the century. Pause and scan here if you're looking for this in stores, but I highly doubt that this will be in stores. It's a highly sought after item. And like I said, BBTS got it in first, and they fumbled the football, and Amazon recovered the fumble, so that I have mine waiting on me on the Saturday the 9th when I got back home. 40 years. The day before, you know, it arrives at my house. Anyway, I'm starting off with 86 Megatron in the least favorite of the two modes. I'm going to start off in the tank mode. I think Hasbro brilliantly brought us everything in an 86 movie Megs and or a Transformers Devastation Megatron, because let's face it, he was a tank in that as well. And they did this really brilliantly, beautifully, and they managed to get the storage in there so you don't lose stuff, but that's going in a bag somewhere if it's not on the 86 movie shelf displayed to do it. He's going to end up in Starscream's hands. I can't wait for 86 Seekers to get out from Studio Series, because we'll get into that a little bit later. Just so grateful that we didn't get a Earthrise redo of Megs. I mean, they use a lot of paint to show it dirtied up. They give us the homage to the D16, but this is a 2018 Siege mold redone in 2020 as an Earthrise tank mode, or Earthrise Earth mode, tank mode. And you can see how things just keep getting smaller and smaller, but then we also get another leader, and I'm so grateful that Hasbro just didn't simply copy and paste the Megatron as the Fallen, and you can see that he can eat that guy easily and stuff, but it's neat how they slimmed everything down into a tank mode from everything that you get in that awesome looking robot mode that we're going to get to here in just a moment. Just another look from the backside. Both of them have their weaknesses when it comes to the butt end of things or whatnot, but he's not even based on our Earth mode, and is Megatron is the Fallen. So there I am, grateful for that too. As far as tank articulation goes, Megatronus does it better of the other two Megatrons that are tanks in recent times. This thing, you can get some upward movement there, and it's like a mold break, but it kind of, you know, looks funky. This is locked in due to tabs this time around instead of ball joints, and I'm kind of grateful it does that because it does lock and stay together, but we're not going to display this guy like this, and you can't get all the way around a 360. That's the articulation of it and whatnot. You got some really nice rolling wheels. You see how everything works out on the bottom there, and I was hoping that we get, you know, the front part, but that's okay because the back part and such. Like I said, this was made to be 86 movie Megs, and or could be another future release, as you know, the damaged versions are right around the corner for 86 movie battle damaged Megatron before he gets reformatted version, and then maybe even perhaps that devastation with the cell shading and all that stuff. They have mold reuses in tote. So all that said, that's enough for the vehicle mode. Let's get this guy to where he shines. And now on to the main attraction. This guy is phenomenal in robot mode. hats off and tips to the design team for giving us the 86 movie model, or the Devastation game Megatron. I'm sure there's an inviolable repaint there, a G2 repaint because it's a tank now, and all that good stuff. But this guy exceeds my expectations, as I'm sure he has done so with many. And as you spin around, you can see how he looks there. And you do got weapon storage for all things on the back. It looks a little bit silly, but it's really meant to be posed like this in some awesome action poses. And that therein is all due to the team's articulation in mind with this. It can obviously be his Walther P38 model because of safety issues with toy laws and that kind of thing. But I mean, the team really did do an awesome job. And now that I'm looking at it closer, the only flaw I see is need to get a filler here. I wish that had been already done. But this guy is made of some sterner stuff, even with that short-sightedness in mind there. The hip skirts articulate. Getting in that articulation, that head is on a ball, and you can do some stuff and whatnot. You can get all the way around there at the arm. You can get up to a full Mr. T. I mean, that is awesome stuff there. And inside of this joint right here, due to the transformation joint, you do get some, butterfly going on there. I mean, that is awesome. But then that also shifts back. And I did it like off camera, like super duper easy. But like, yeah, you can shift it back and get even more range due to the transformation joint. So you can get those super dynamic poses. You can get him flexing and doing this stuff. I swear, this guy is like really, really cool in hand. I mean, I was not expecting to love it this much in hand. This thing will float kind of thing. I got that in hand because I just like holding it. And you can get all the way around at the waist. Really, really cool. Along with that full Mr. T. All right, now we got to finish the arms. You can just lock that back into place, guys. It'll tab back in there like so. And so you're not like flopping around and stuff. There's some forethought with some butterfly and how that upper body does. Getting into the arms a little bit more there, like outside the all the way around, you do get the upper above the elbow swivel there. It's nice. You get that much at the elbow. This is so neatly done and whatnot. You get your pointer finger, you get the fist and the fingers that articulate there, and it'll open back up that far. But I mean, this guy is absolutely, I can't get it to do it because I'm trying to do it on camera. Spot on with that hand articulation for Hasbro's offering. Down here in the legs and stuff, as we get to that, I said those hip skirts kick outside. You can get out to a full Van Damage. I mean, that is an impressive spread, and all the little puns that can go with it. You can kick up really freaking high. I like that they're starting to incorporate some third-party articulation. You can go back that far, and that's cool and stuff. And the knees go up pretty far, especially with all the extraneous kibble. I mean, they basically took that tank tread section and folded it into a very G1 looking Megatron leg. And the colors in hand doesn't bother me as bad. I can see why other people want it to look like it does on the box, and the box goes flopping on the floor. But hey guys, this is what we got. And it's A-OK by Darth. I mean, that is, ankle tiltage, boom, boom. And you do get some forward action there due to transformation. You do get some toe tilt down due to transformation. And stronger of the two molds, the way we're going to pose, and display with other figures. And here's the more other important part there. Megatron backflips into his gun. So Starscream can blast away, and now all we need fixed about this Megatron is this Starscream and his brethren. I mean, don't ever want to see the Classics 2.0 repainted, ever redone again, Hasbro. Just give us the flipping new Seekers like you should have done to begin with. That said, it still looks really nice in Starscream's very unopposable hand there. This version of Megs does it better than a lot of other Megs, and I'm so tickled to have it in hand. Getting into some comparisons. He is way better than this feller here, Earthrise guy. Bye-bye, Yellowing Earthrise guy. And the more obvious Romulus with him, because Romulus does what he can't. But for your 86 figures that you need that, big presence there. Megatron has that said presence. And one final robot mode comparison. And here he is squaring off with his nemesis. And this is where Optimus Prime and Megatron 86 movie versions absolutely shine on the turntable. And that's actually 005 there standing in for Optimus there. Let me go get the other Optimus to be fair. And there they are, toe to toe, tooth to claw. Well, that tooth to claw thing is a Beast Wars reference. But let's get them together there looking at the camera. These two look stellar together, and that is exactly what they were going for when they made this guy. And as far as robot mode, on-screen accuracy, there for the most part, minus the stuff hanging off his back is there. And the hollow bits, I just didn't realize how much we had hollow bits on this guy until I got the 005 over there. I mean, yeah. So, DNA design's got fixing his little holes in the chinks there. I haven't even looked to see if he could go get the kits to fill in this stuff to make it as nice as the MD 005 Prime. But these two absolutely rock, and I highly recommend both of these. I mean, if you got one, you got to get the other. 86 stuff is not disappointing. Let's get Megatron into some final thoughts. Some final thoughts here on the 86 movie Megs. There's no heroic nonsense going on here. This guy is badass. I absolutely love having these, dead versions, like battling it out with, him. And this is my little poor take on a finale shuttle bridge massacre. That's how badass this guy is. I mean, he really did exceed my expectations. And, I really do love and recommend this to anybody that is a fan. I'm one of the bigger people that didn't think that they could do this with the tank thing, and it's all good. I mean, you got the new age stuff that gives you what we want that way for the chugs, and I imagine in just a bit of time, 4-party will come along and upsize it to this size to give us a more in-tune scale with the 005 and Commander Class 86 Optimus Prime. And he's not really Commander Class. I mean, they are both right there eye to eye. And look absolutely amazing together. I highly recommend this 86 Megatron, guys. Like I said, I was the biggest critic of it not being a gun. And that transformation is intuitive, fun. And the way, once you get everything lined up, tabs together to get into that tank mode. It's not the strongest tank mode I've seen, but it's far cry better than recent offerings, and they can G2 deco the heck out of it. We can get a Devastation Megatron cell shaded out of it. I mean, that's what they do. We get multiples of everything. I would like to see the not clear plastic, but the healed versions of Prowl, Ironhide, and Ratchet, because I have the clear plastic versions downstairs, and I'm just afraid to transform them. I've seen so many people have that horror story where that falls apart, and I just don't want that to fall apart. And then there's the other two Dotson brothers that need to get that, animated look upgrade that they've going for, I guess, all for the 86 line there. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but yeah, this guy I highly recommend. I don't keep up with what Hasbro's doing, and I'm inundated with just all the awesome that's getting released. And thanks again for watching, guys. Y'all make sure to like, share, subscribe. All the stuff down below. Thanks again to all those who have subscribed. I just crossed the 1,500 subscriber mark, and I thank you guys so very, very kindly. And one of these days, I will try to put together some other fun stuff, hopefully, and become a better YouTuber, but I am not there yet, guys. I've been at it for 5 years. It's been a slow climb and burn, and my hat's off to everybody that's got 500,000 subs plus and that kind of thing. And it's not about being famous, but this is a great way to distract from what's going on in reality right now, and gets me in my happy space because, dang, I love some Transformers. I love some G.I. Joes. Have a great week, everybody. Stay safe until all are one.